Hey guys, I'm going to do a cold start on this 1962 Chevy Impala I have. It's been sitting in the garage here for a long time. Yeah, that'd be great. You take over. Hey guys, I'm getting my 1962 Chevy Impala two-door Sports Coupe out. I'm gonna have it hauled over to Tim Dixon at Gas X Chop Shop. Tim and I and Brian, who is GM Tim 38, we do a lot of trading out of, like, you know, work or parts, or, you know, if somebody needs something. Anyway, I have asked Tim, or Tim has volunteered, kinda, I'll say it like that. Anyway, I've got a transmission leak on this car, and if you've kept up with my channel, you know that I'm not a mechanic. So Tim is going to put it on the lift, and I've got a new gasket and all that stuff, filter and all that for the transmission. Also, on this car, I've got some, well, let me see. Oh, I've got to bring some antifreeze. I got to remember to do that. I can't remember sometimes. Oh, here they are. I'm going to see if Tim will put those gauges in for me, him or Corey, because this car, in 62, they used idiot lights. I haven't started this car in months. All the ailments on this car is my fault because I don't get it out enough. Shame on me. Shame on me. But see, cold, hot. There should be a light on right there saying cold. I've replaced that little sending unit several times. I just don't trust the idiot lights. So I'm going to see if Tim will mount it somewhere up and under the dash where I can read it. And also, I've got a my sending unit on my gas tank is quit, so I actually don't know how much gas is in it. Let me get this napkin out of the way. We're going to put a bunch of towels down on the interior because it's white. Yeah, it's white. I've had this car probably, I'm always guessing every time I do a video on this car, I'm going to say 38 years, 37, 38 years. And I've had a lot of vehicles in my lifetime. I've been really blessed, but I'm on my third marriage too, so what I'm about to tell you. Anyways, I've had to sell a lot of vehicles because of mishaps that have happened previously. But I've always kept this car. This is a one family owned car. My uncle bought it new. I'm going to do this real quick. I know anybody that's been on my channel any length has heard this story, and I don't mean to repeat myself. My uncle bought this brand new in 1962 on Sand Mountain, Alabama. It's always been a southern car, and don't pay no attention to those primer spots. It's nothing. Just playing around back when I was dumb. Anyway, I've had this car repainted. This is the original colors, but it's been painted once. This is the inside I was talking about. See, what the one I painted on Tim, I painted white. It's supposed to have, you know, a color of the car on it. We'll let it run here for just a minute. It's a good little car. I put 17s and 18s on this car. I'm probably going to have to buy some new tires. These tires are, there's nothing wrong with them. They look brand new, but I haven't, they might be starting to get old. Back ones are 275, 35, 18s. I get asked these questions a lot. 245, 40, 17s. 17s and 18s. I got my favorite steering wheel on here of Chevrolets. One of my top, probably the best one I love, 59 and 60, 1960, 59 Chevrolet Impala steering wheel. I'll get it out here in a minute. This is kind of a hard story for me to tell. Every time I get around this car, I get emotional. I've redone the trunk. This is a really good solid car. My radio works, but the speaker, I don't never fool with it. I need to. I've put bumper guards on it since I got the car. I've had dual exhaust put on it. I went from a 2-barrel to a 4-barrel sometime since I've had it. If you'll remember Tim Dixon's 4-door Impala just a few days ago, this car is the twin to Tim's, only mine's a 2-door. But it's still got the 283 Power Glide, but I put these 327 emblems on it because I just like the extra, I just like the little bit of extra pop. But I haven't started this car in months, probably maybe last fall. But it sure is a dandy little car. As I said, my uncle bought this brand new in '62. And on Sand Mountain, Alabama, I'll do this story real quick. And he sold life of insurance, Georgia Life of Insurance. That's what he done for a living. He sold life insurance. And he needed something reliable, you know, because he went in different states, you know, Mississippi, Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia. And my uncle lived in Alabama, so I mean, this car stayed on the road. And it's got I couldn't tell you how many miles is on this car. I've had the engine rebuilt and the transmission, by the way, but it's all original to the car. And he would drive one until it was completely wore out. And so when he first got the car, I was 5 years old, and I was playing at my grandmother and grandfather's farm in the sand, you know, Sand Mountain. It's just all sandy, kind of like a beach. And I was outside playing with my little Tootsie Toy cars, if you've ever heard of Tootsie Toy. I was out there playing in the sand, you know, and I seen something coming up the road, you know, way far away. You could see somebody three quarters of a mile. And it was this car, and I just quit playing and stood up, and I thought, that's the prettiest car I've ever seen in my life. And I was 5 years old, but I've always loved cars and trucks. So when he pulled into the driveway, I couldn't believe it. It was my Uncle Arnold. That was his name, Uncle Arnold. That's what I called him. Anyway, he was writing something on the steering wheel on a clipboard about insurance stuff, I'm assuming, and I run up to him and I said, Uncle Arnold, that's the prettiest car I've ever seen in my life. And he just kept writing, and I said, Uncle Arnold, when you get tired of this car, would you please save it for me? I said, I'd like to have it. Well, I didn't know it at the time. It's because I was so involved with this car looking at it that my grandmother had come out the screen door and was standing behind me, and she heard me say that. So when my uncle wore the car out and he got him another car to do insurance with, my grandmother bought the car. And my grandparents were poor as far as money. They were rich, wealthy, rich with love and stuff, but as far as money, they were poor. They didn't have indoor plumbing. But when you're 5 years old like I am, you don't think about stuff like that. You always think that they're rich. And they blessed me with so much love. Anyway, I'm going to end this story real quick. My grandmother saved me this car. And I got it probably 1984. She called me and asked me if I wanted it. And she wouldn't take any money, even though I tried to pay her. So I loaded up all my tools from Tennessee, where I live, East Tennessee, and I drove all the way to where she lived, and I got the car. I serviced it best I could and drove it all the way back nonstop after it's sitting in the garage for years. This car wants to live, and it's my fault for not paying more attention to it, but I'm going to try to remedy that. I'm going to get some of the ailments and a few little things that I think needs to be addressed. Anyway, Tim's going to take care of all that for me, and I'm not going to talk a whole lot about this car because I get emotional, and at the same time, y'all's probably heard it before. I have a lot of videos on this 62 Impala, and there's nothing. I still have all the original parts. I still have the same hubcaps and everything. It can be put back original without any trouble. But I found me a grill guard, and I got me some bumper guards in the back, and I got a good little wife, Mrs. PIB. She's going to cover up these seats for me best she can so they don't get dirty or messed up. So anyway, I just thought I'm going to take this over. Tim's going to have it hauled on a rollback because, as I said, I got a transmission leak, and I don't want to mess the transmission up. So I'm going to let it sit here and run for a few minutes. I hope you enjoyed the little story. The story I have on this car is long, and I'm not going to go into all of it because I have a tendency of repeating myself. So I'm going to end it here, and I might add an attachment on, or Mrs. PIB will put a edit, going on a rollback. So anyway, thanks for watching this much of it. Just in case we don't, I appreciate you watching. I have a second YouTube channel called Man on a Budget. Of course, you're watching Primer is Best, and I've had this car. This is my pride and joy right here as far as vehicles. It's just part of the family. So y'all have a great day. God bless. And don't forget, I'm on Instagram, Primer is Best, and Facebook, Primer is Best, and Man on a Budget 1 on Instagram. Appreciate it. Y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you for listening to me ramble on about this 62 Impala. I'm so proud of it. And if you'd like for me to tell more about the car, I'll be happy to do so. I just don't want to bore you to death. Y'all have a great day. God bless y'all. See you later. Okay guys, I'm going to stand back here, and I'm using Friendly City Auto Care. This is the bunch I always use. I have AAA. If you don't have AAA, I would suggest that you get it. It's really good. You get like it's 3 or 6 free tows a year. I think it's 6, but I'm not really for sure. But anyway, I got the 62 up here, and it's a leaking transmission fluid pretty good. So I'm going to see if Tim will. Well, Tim said he'd fix it for me. I'm real picky about who even works on this car. I'm a nut, I guess. I just want to make sure everything's good. That nobody's gonna. I don't want it left outside or anything. And Tim said he would keep it indoors in the garage. So I'm kind of funny about stuff like that. I don't even tell too many people that I own this car. Of course, I mean, I'm on YouTube with it, but I mean, I don't tell anybody around here, really. So that probably didn't make any sense, did it? My friends know I have the car, but strangers don't. So I keep it in the garage. So, I drove it up onto the rollback here, and you can see I've got transmission leaking, and I just don't want to burn the transmission up. It's already been rebuilt once, but everything about this car that is wrong is mostly my fault because I don't get it out and drive it enough. That's my fault. But I'm telling you, we just stay busy here at our home with trucks and yard work. Yesterday is cleaning gutters, just it's something all the time, or a family member. it's just pretty busy, and when it's not all that, it's raining. So it's just, I know I'm making excuses, but Mrs. PIB and I, we really don't go to cruise-ins or nothing. We used to go all the time to cruise-ins every weekend, but we don't do that anymore. I guess I kind of got burnt out. But the same thing, the things that I've done on Tim Dixon's car, I've done on this one. I've painted the Chevrolet, the vents. I've done the same thing. But I gotta tell you, if you're thinking about buying a 62 to restore, you might want to look and see how much stuff is for these cars. These emblems are very, very expensive. Anything on a 62 Chevy, mostly because it's a 1-year deal, it's pretty dang expensive. So anyway, I'll hush right here. See you in a bit. Hey guys, we made it to Gas Axe Chop Shop, 10 Mile, Tennessee. I think we're going to put this 62 in front of this 59 Chevy wagon. Like I said, I always use Friendly City Auto Care. And this is my buddy Eric. He's a real good guy. While he's unstrapping the car, I'll walk down here and look at Billy James real quick. Tim said when he gets done working on my 62, this one's going back in the shop to finish up. I think it just likes cab corners and a few little odds and ends. Boy, I can't wait to get this thing home. Yeah, cab corners and seems like there's a few little other things. Anyway, we'll address that when it's time. In case you've never seen Billy James before, it's a 78 C10 truck that I honestly believe every panel on this thing has been replaced by different vehicles. So anyway, I'll be glad to get it home. I think it's going to make a pretty nice old truck. I know somebody's going to probably ask me, wouldn't you have been better off buying one already running? Probably. So this didn't have a motor transmission. It didn't. Everything on this truck has been changed. This was left for dead, and oh my goodness. Anyway, yeah, I probably would have been better off getting one already running, but, and you know, in maybe better shape than Billy James when I first got started, for sure. But what fun is that, right? Anyway, it's got new bumpers and the grill. One of these days I'll get my wife to make a video and combine, maybe if she can, put the two together where you can see before and after shots, in case you're new to the channel. And the name of this truck is Billy James. We always name our vehicles. That 62, the name of it is Whitey, because my grandmother had a pet chicken that we used to get eggs from by the name of Whitey. And there she sits. Hang on. Here's the 62 on the trailer. I guess I kind of promised that I was going to try to put the 62, make a little short video of Tim picking it up, but we got kind of busy. He was on his lunch break and was kind of in a hurry, so here it is. He brought it home yesterday. So I don't know what day you'll be seeing this video, but it could have been a week ago. Anyway, I don't know when you're seeing this, when I'm going to upload it, but here it is. It sure is a nice looking little 62. Anyway, I know I've said this before. If you see something that Tim Dixon has, you might want to contact him on Facebook. His phone number is on there, and tell him you're interested in something. Whatever you see in the video that you think you might like, you might want to ask him, because sometimes without me even knowing it, I mean, he'll just up and sell something, or he'll buy something. So just to let you know. Anyway, appreciate you watching the video. I'll catch y'all, I guess, in the next one. I'm going to have my wife put this on at the end, I'm hoping. So anyway, y'all have a great day. God bless each and every one of y'all. I'm on. See you, Eric. Tell my buddy Eric bye. And I'll catch you next video. I'm on Instagram, Primer That's Best, Facebook, Primer That's Best, of course, YouTube, Primer That's Best, and I have a second YouTube channel, Man on a Budget. Man on a Budget 1 on Instagram. Y'all have a great day. I'll catch you in the next one. See you later.